know what makes Minot magic to me?
Good friends.
Great people.
It's our downtown.
You can't beat it.
Welcome.
Rediscover.
Rediscover the magic in Minot.
2020 has been a year. So I tell you what, let's focus on something positive. How about a Citizen of the Year? This year for the State of the City, we are going to be looking for one individual who has done magic things in Minot. There's a catch though. I want you to submit the application, or rather the provenance that explains why that this individual deserves the Citizen of the Year award for the City of Minot. So I want you to grab a phone or anything else that you can record on and make your submission. Even if you don't know how to run a camera phone or recording device, we can certainly help you out right here in the Minot Public Library with some great people that can even teach you a new skill. But you know what? We're going to make this even a little better. The winner of the Citizen of the Year is going to have a $1,000 donation made in their name to their favorite charity right here in Minot. That is all compliments of First International Bank and Trust here of Minot, and even for doing such a great job of making that submission, the person that is submitting the video is going to be given $100 in chamber bucks, courtesy of North Dakota Farmers Union Insurance. So, how do you get those submissions? Well, we'll show you how.
What makes Minot magic for me is the way our community comes together. There is no other community that is able to come back from a setback like Minot.
I thought I was going to get like a true confession about like.
Well, if Mark gets here, you think Derek?
Yeah.
Is Mark on the phone?
Yep.
We'll go ahead and call the special city council meeting to order for today, for Thursday, December 12th, 2020. It is 5:30 in the afternoon. Just remind everybody, including myself, to silence your electronic devices. Roll call, please.
Evans.
Here.
Janser. Olson. Here. Pittner.
Here.
Padragula.
Here.
Ross.
Here.
Sitma.
Here. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item number 3 on our agenda this afternoon is the city manager candidate discussion. Just very brief collective here going into this, rather than having a tremendous back and forth. I think the easiest way, agreeable, is to essentially go round robin. All of the aldermen and alderwomen have the candidate titles for council discussion, candidate A, candidate B, and candidate C. Maybe perhaps we'll start with Alderman Pittner. We'll take your top candidate from there, Alderman Janser, Ross, myself, and on down the line. And if there is not a consensus, we will certainly give those folks that have somebody different than the consensus or the majority an opportunity to discuss further on why their candidate merits higher than the rest for comparison. So, Alderman Pittner.
Thank you, Mayor. My recommendation would be candidate C.
Candidate C. Alderman Janser.
Mr. Mayor, I concur with Alderman Pittner. My recommendation would be candidate C.
Alderman Ross.
Candidate C.
For me, the mayor, I am candidate C. Alderwoman Evans.
Candidate B, like Bravo.
Alderwoman Olson.
Candidate C.
Alderman Patagula.
I like candidate B as in boy.
So we have 5 for C and 2 for B. I would look to Alderwoman Evans and or Alderman Patagula for information.
I'm willing to go with the majority. I don't feel that strongly.
Alderman Patagula, do you have any, give you an opportunity to try to sway any of us from where we're at?
Well, I appreciate the offer. I think both are very highly qualified candidates, and I have a slight preference for candidate B. I think he has more to offer in terms of Minot growing into the future, but candidate C certainly has the experience and the in a similar kind of community that as our community. I think the key thing for me will be with either of them is to work very closely with them to make sure that they have a good understanding of what the council wants, what the community needs, to develop a good, trusting, close working relationship with either of them. I think that's going to be the key thing. Supervising, mentoring, working with them together. And I think if we can do that, that's going to equalize the two candidates. So to me, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other pretty much. But I think the key thing, again, will be orienting them, socializing them to our community, and what the council is looking for from them, and nurturing that relationship, that working together, that collaborative relationship. That's going to be the key thing. So I certainly am very comfortable with candidate C and would support him.
Thank you, Alderman Patagula. And prior to taking a motion, I do once again want to take the opportunity to thank all of the candidates that not only did the community forum online, but also went through a series of interviews here. I think all candidates did an exceptional job. I think we had 3 very good, very experienced candidates, strong candidates. It's certainly not an easy decision to go into this, but I absolutely want to say thank you to all of the candidates, and it certainly gave us a lot of opportunity to ask some difficult questions in front of a lot of different people. So with that,
Can I make one comment?
yes.
So I just so folks are aware, we did have 20 community members and stakeholders also participate in this process and provide their feedback and rankings to us. And out of those 20 community stakeholder members, 13 had candidate B as their first choice, and candidate C as their first choice, and candidate B as their second choice, 5. So the community members also overwhelmingly supported candidate C.
Thank you for that information. Alderman Pittner.
Thank you, Mayor. Just wanted to provide a little bit of context. I think we, again, went through a very difficult decision because, again, I think we had 3 very qualified candidates. And to be completely honest with everyone up here at the dais, I left our interviews actually leaning towards candidate B, if even just a little bit. But speaking with, again, some of the community members, people in the community that partook in this very transparent process, which I'm really excited that we did, and we were all able to be a part of. And speaking with department heads, again, they're the individuals that have to work with this individual on a daily basis, and even more so than we do. So I took that. I weighted that very heavily in my decision to support candidate C, and again, I hope this is this is how we do all process from here on forward. So,
Alderman Ross.
Are you looking for a motion?
I would look for a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we offer the position of city manager to candidate C and move into eventually executive session to discuss details of the contract.
We'll take the motion first, and then we'll take a motion for executive session
Second.
as the legal wording on that. Who had the second? Second from Alderman Pittner. Discussion on the motion. Any discussion on the motion? Final call. Hearing or seeing none? Motion is to offer the position of city manager to candidate C. Please call the roll.
Ross,
Yes.
Sitma,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Janser,
Yes.
Olson. Yes. Pittner,
yes.
Padragula.
Yes.
Motion is approved. The next item on the agenda is the executive session for the following legal matters, the city manager contract. The legal authority for closing this portion of the meeting is North Dakota Century Code Section 4404-17.1, 4404-19.1, and 19.2. The topic or purpose of this executive session is to discuss negotiating strategy and/or provide negotiating instructions to its attorney and to the other negotiators regarding the city manager contract, for which negotiation is reasonably likely to occur in the immediate future, and discuss in an open meeting would have an adverse fiscal effect on the bargaining position of the city. At this time, a motion would be in order to discuss the next topic in executive session rather than in an open meeting. Is there such a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Pittner. Is there a second? Second by Alderman Ross. Discussion on the motion. Second call for discussion. Final call. Seeing none, please call the roll.
Pittner,
Yes.
Padragula,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Sitma,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Janser,
Yes.
Olson. Yes.
Motion is carried. The executive session will record all members of the governing body and are reminded to limit their discussion during the executive session to be to the announced topic. Any collective decision, collective commitment, or other final action by the governing body must occur after it reconvenes in an open meeting, unless final action is specifically required by law to be taken during the executive session. The prohibition on taking final action during the executive session does not apply to providing guidance or instruction to our attorney or to negotiator. We will now ask the members of the public who are attending the meeting to leave the room, and we anticipate adjourning the executive session and reconvening the open portion of the meeting at approximately 6 o'clock p.m. Minutes will show the executive session began at 5:39 and was attended by the full city council, our city clerk, finance director, human resource director, and then public information officer as well. Also notating that Alderman Mark Janser is attending by telephone.